Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. It's your boy. I'm just kidding. Don't ever take Islamic knowledge from people that use phrases like that, please. Word to the wise. Anyways, I just want to give credit where credit's due this Ramadan. And that is Muslims are really good at fighting their nafs, fighting against their own inclinations and desires when it comes to physical stuff like food and drink, stuff like that. But my observation is that we are lacking when it comes to purely mental things. Like speaking of fighting, UFC, for example, you tell people that it's haram and they are not trying to hear it, whether it's the truth or not. People do not like to admit when they're wrong or like to accept things that doesn't automatically uh, become harmonious with what they want. Anyways, like the Quran says, you may like a thing that's good for you, or you may like a thing that's bad for you, and then you might hate a thing that's good for you. And Allah knows, and you do not. So, people like what they like, and they want to like what they like. People want to be able to listen to their favorite song in their car without feeling guilty or feeling bad about it. Um, but I mean, what are the chances that like every single thing that you like is gonna automatically line up with Islam and you're not gonna have any conflict? There's it's not gonna happen. Yeah, people talk about people love Islam, it's their life, and they say Islam is a beautiful religion, and that's true. But these same people you rarely mentioned the struggle. You know, at some point, new Muslims should become aware that if you're in it for the long haul, get ready for an uphill struggle for the rest of your life. There are certain things that separate Muslims from non-Muslims, but then there's also other things that bind us all as human beings at the core. Our base desires, food and drink and this sort of thing. Um, so while we're good at like giving up that stuff and struggling and striving like that, what about when someone gives you a ruling that you don't like or gives you a ruling that doesn't sit well with you? Do you think every Islamic ruling has to sit well with you? I mean, that's very arrogant of you. Um, so I think we all need to work on that. And, I notice a lot of people, myself included, you know, doing something sinful, you're just like, well, at least I acknowledge that it's sinful. At least I'm not committing an innovation. But the people that are going to enter the hellfire, they're going to be made to acknowledge their sin before they enter it and what they did wrong. So just because, that's not a free pass for us to be like, well, I know it's wrong. I know it's sinful. So that makes it better because I know it's wrong. The people of hellfire, like I said, are going to be it's going to be made known to them what they did wrong and their sin. They're going to acknowledge it and then go to the fire. So, I mean, this is not a free pass, and we really need to check ourselves. Islam is not always going to be in accordance with what we want right off the bat like that. It's gonna be a struggle sometimes, and this is the way it is. Anyways, that's it. I want to give credit where it's due, none where it's not. Until next time, ma salama fi aman Allah.